Okay, so I guess, can you hear me now, Dinwar? For some reason, it was on mute. So as I was saying, I'm getting used to the whole setup here. I added another screen. I've got the TV. You guys probably can't see it. I have a TV over here, and now I have two screens. A friend of mine helped me. That's my tech guy, and he set up the other screen today. So now I can see over here on my right. I can see the chats that are going on. There you are. Okay, cool. And I know you were here yesterday too, Drinwar. So let's see. Let's show this right there. Okay, cool. Let's show that. Okay, cool. So I hope everybody's doing good. We were just talking, or I was just talking. I guess you guys weren't hearing the audio. And this was something that I was working out, some of the kinks with the audio. But for some reason, it must have automatically defaulted to mute. So I was just talking about this hack. I don't know if you guys heard this. I don't know if anyone's talked about it. I was just going through some of the news websites that I look at. And I guess Crypto Bored Apes warns not to mint NFTs after chat platform hack. The hack was intended to trick users into minting fake NFT tokens. Recently issued ApeCoin rebounds after posting earlier drop. And as I was just starting to say, I don't know if anyone got into Ape. Ape, like I was saying yesterday, really caught me by surprise. And I think it caught a lot of people by surprise, but it did, really well off of launch here. And I got in at some point, and I don't remember the exact day because it's kind of all a blur for me, but somewhere in the low 13s, probably, like $13.10, something like that. And then I sold off a little over 14 just to make some profit. But the only reason why I sold off is I'd like to wait for it to pull back and just get in a little lower. I'd like to get in, I'm thinking like around the $10 level. So I don't know if any of you are on. Looks like we've got 5 people in the chat. And again, this is all new to me. If you're just joining us, I had a problem with the audio today, and this was user error. I had it on mute, so in the beginning of the broadcast, you couldn't hear me. But I'm glad you guys are here. It is 8 o'clock or 8:04 Eastern Standard Time. Today is April Fool's Day. Were you guys able to fool anybody on April Fool's? So let's take a look at Saitama. So Saitama got listed on the new exchange, right? So if you come over here, you can see that they got listed on OKX. They retweeted OKX's OKX's tweet right here, weekly listing on OKX. And I think it's kind of cool. I've never been on OKX, but I clicked on it and it pulls up a really nice chart right here with a lot of nice indicators. So you can see right here that Saitama is up on the day. So let's jump over to Dex Tools. I'm a little more comfortable using that. I've never used that exchange before. But Saitama is up slightly on the day. So it's up, less than 1%, but it is doing good. So thank you. I'm glad that it looks and sounds good. So we've got 5 people in the chat. So did any of you guys lose any of your Shibnobi tokens? I know that Rodney over at My Crypto Journey had a video explaining it. It's still a little bit confusing, but I think it had something to do with the dead wallet. And if we look at what's going on with Shibnobi, Shinja, it's down right now 16%. So it's really kind of caused some fear with people. But, I think what they were trying to do, I was listening to Cliff talk about it, and I think that they had good intentions. I'm still an investor in Shinja. I did lose some coins or some tokens, but, I'm not really concerned about it. I think they were trying to mess around with the dead wallet, and they were trying to make it basically enhance the burning mechanism or just try to burn some more tokens. So it wound up just burning. Somehow it took away from everyone's reflections, but I don't know. It's all kind of confusing to me. And that is kind of like, one of the things with Shibnobi is that they're able to modify the contract. I'm not an expert when it comes to the contracts for these tokens, but I do know that they have the ability to modify the tax and things like that. And apparently they had the ability to change the mechanism that controls the reflections going into the dead wallet. I think they were trying to burn more. So they were trying to do a good thing, basically, with what I'm trying to say. And it wound up backfiring on them. That was the term that Cliff used. It backfired. So I think that it will recover. Oh, that's good. You didn't lose any tokens, Drinwar. So that's good. That's fortunate that you did not lose any. So you can see here, talking about Shinja while we're on here, where market cap is at 285 million. I still feel good. I mean, right now the volume on Uniswap is about 1.6 million. I feel good about Shinja long term. I think right now, this was a setback, and they all have them. Like Tera had that setback the other day when they tweeted about Binance. But, long term, I feel, decent about Tera and also Shibnobi. So Tera right now is up a couple percent on the day. So this is like the main ones in my meme token portfolio. I think they'll have their day. Yep. I agree. So what do you guys want to talk about? Is there any new tokens you want to talk about? A little later on, I'm going to talk about Pixel and the pre-sale. We've got some more details on that. I'm waiting to find out more information about Phantom. And there was another one that Crypto Realist mentioned, but I didn't catch the name of it. I didn't get to watch this whole live stream, so I missed some information on that. But this one that Rodney talked about, the Ape Task Force, is one that I'm taking a look at too. So Pixel over here, while we're talking about it, they made the announcement here over on their Twitter. This is the one I'm going to be getting into. It says this is their Pixel Friday. So they've made this. So you've been asking about Pixel presale, and we've heard you loud and clear. And apparently Tangi, who's a friend of the channel, Tangi from Dallas, she was on the chat last night, and she was telling me that she's the COO for this project, and I wasn't aware of that. So that's really cool. But basically, 20% of the Pixel token supply is going to be in the pre-sale. Let's see, hundreds, thousands, millions, 150 million. They're going to have 2,000 ETH. So it sounds, that's the number I think that CBC had. 75,000 tokens you'll get per ETH. Now, for the whitelist, I did get on the whitelist. I did not get an email, and that's something I want to ask Tangi about, if you get like a confirmation email. Oh, wow, look at that. There's Tangi right there. Okay, cool. I didn't know that she was in here. So I should ask you, Tangi, do we get like a confirmation email? Like when we sign up for Pixel's whitelist, do I get like some sort of a confirmation email because I signed up? Or maybe we just have to wait. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're going to select like 50 people to be able to buy in based off of the whitelist. I think there's going to be, or maybe it's 50 winners. They're going to win some tokens. Oh, you will get it just before the pre-sale. Okay. So does everybody that get on the whitelist, are you eligible to then participate in the pre-sale? Is that how it works? But only 50 are going to win free tokens. I think here it is right here. Give away 50 investors to win 5,000 Pixel tokens. Okay, so there it is. So I answered my own question. But that's good to know that I'll get a confirmation email prior to the pre-sale. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the first 24 hours, priority is going to be given to those that are whitelisted, and then it's going to be open to the public. Okay, yes. Okay, so I got it right. So that's cool. So I'm excited about that. I'm really big into pre-sales. The thing about pre-sales is, it's definitely something where you definitely want to take a look at the project, make sure it's a good project. But, as I was saying last night or yesterday, you can have the greatest project in the world, but if nobody knows about it, it may not do so well. So I'm kind of like, taking a look at the other YouTubers in the sphere, and I'm paying attention to what they're talking about. And I think we can kind of all work together and, be successful together with these pre-sales, because, there are people talking about it. So that's the big thing, like you think about something like CVT, CVT had a good launch and everything, but, now it's just kind of flat. Let's just see what's going on with CVT. So CVT is on Binance, and CVC did really well, but let's take a look at CVT. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place here. It's just the way my brain works. So Crypto Vault. Got to run. Okay, just wanted to show support. Thank you, Tangi. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll have to send you a DM sometime on Twitter to find out more about the project. But thank you for stopping by. Okay, so cool. So you can see what happened with CBT. So CBT had a great launch. Now they were on Pink Sale, and you know, Awesome Austin talked about how see when you get on Pink Sale, you'll the project will lock tokens. Usually, like the minimum is 60%. You have to lock 60% of your tokens or 70%. So they sold off all these tokens and really just hurt the project, and that's Pink Sale. But I use Pink Sale. A lot of the Binance tokens are usually higher risk because the fees are low. So you have to kind of take that into consideration when you're getting in these pre-sales. The biggest risk is whether or not the pre-sale is going to launch. So I think CBT will be good in the long run. Yeah, I agree with that too. I like this. It's coming back a little bit today. It's up 4%. So I did get in on the pre-sale. It did well. I sold off half and took profits. And then I wound up, I'm not sure exactly because I get into so many different things, but I did sell off, probably somewhere around here, somewhere in here probably. And I got completely out, but I'm considering getting back in because I do believe long-term in the project. It's just right now, the volume is a little concerning to me. So right now you can see, over on Pancake Swap, there's just under $5,000 in daily volume right now. So welcome to everybody that is in here. So Drinwar, where are you watching from? Are you in the US? Oh, PLNT. I forgot about PLNT. So PLNT, I got in because of Teddy. I did buy that. I made some money with it and I got out. The volume is down. So I don't know if anybody has any updates on it, if it's getting listed on Dojo Swap or not. So I haven't heard anything, and I'm not really sure what's going on with this project. But right now, it just it looks really flat. It doesn't mean that it's a bad project. But the market cap is surprisingly, I think the market cap might be wrong. Hundreds, thousands, millions, 58 million. Southwest Florida. Okay, cool. All right, so we've had some people on here from Singapore the other day and the UK. We had a couple people on from Canada. So it's nice to see people from different areas. And we had somebody on from Northern California. And I'm also trying to figure out, I know Tangi's probably gone. I'm trying to figure out, as the community grows, we have to come up with a name. Like Teddy's got the Ganja Goons and Rodney has the Degens, right? So Tangi was saying something yesterday about the walkie-talkies or something like that. I mean, I'm not sure. There's a few other things that she suggested. I think I need to put a just run a poll in the community section and just see what people think we should call this community here. Anybody that watches this channel, I've got some good plans for this. I just haven't had much time to do many videos. I know there's been a movement towards doing some live shows, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun. Now that I've got some of this technology figured out, I think it'll be better. So is there any other tokens? One of the things I was thinking about getting into was, is anyone in Bobatama? It's over on Ethereum. So, Boba token, Bobatama. There's so many tokens that are very similar. So I was thinking that Bobatama, this might be a good time to get into Bobatama, only because it looks like they'll have some utility with their ghost wallets. Is anyone, are you in, Drinwar, are you in Bobatama? So Bobatama, it's got a market cap of about 5 million right now. And the volume is not too bad for the size. I mean, 153,000 on Uniswap. That's not too bad for a $5 million market cap. It's got 1.5 million in liquidity. So I might, with all the things coming out, I think they've got NFTs coming out. And of course, they have the Ghost Wallet. So I'm considering getting in. You're debating about that. Okay. Me too. I'm kind of on the fence about Bobatama. I've got a small bag of Shiba Doge. So Piccolo Inu, I think I saw something on Twitter. I have still Piccolo Inu, and that was, almost like Mononoke, right? Just hasn't gone anywhere. And I was in early on that. It's been, disappointing, but now look at that. It's up 9%. I heard on Twitter that it was going to be on Dojo Swap. So that's kind of interesting. So liquidity about 744,000. The volume, is very light on Uniswap, 19,000. Maybe Dojo Swap will help it. That's what I'm thinking. How about Mononoke releasing some news? Hard to trust, though. Yeah, I saw that. I can't remember whose channel I saw it on. I still have Mononoke. I don't know what it's worth. It might be worth $10. It doesn't show up in MetaMask, the value. So let's see what's going on with Mononoke. That would be really crazy. I don't know if I can trust what they're saying, but that would be crazy if this just basically rose from the dead to actually turn into a legit game. They said they have a partnership. Okay, so a game partnership announcement. Saitoki. Read this. Laugh out loud. Yeah, exactly. Hard to trust them. I think everybody feels the same way about Mononoke. All these pop-up things for fate. Whoops. Pop-up things for Facebook. Maybe it's taking me into a phishing site. It's going to steal all my info. Okay, Mononoke Inu game and partnership announcement. Hi, family. We would like to announce that the new official first Mononoke game will be called Saitoki, Remnants of the Night. Of course, you will ask yourself, why the change from Wolf's Moon? We teamed up with a new game dev team that is looking to actually deliver. Well, at least they're being honest in that statement. It's kind of weird, but the current one we have had failed to deliver their promised time schedules, which resulted in a constant barrage of delays. I wish they would have, kept us in the loop other than, just telling us now. Mononoke is like, so I don't know if I can trust Mononoke. I just don't know. I still have it and it's not worth enough to sell. Are they dropping the Inu too? Well, I think Shiro Inu is dropping it. I'm probably spelling Mononoke wrong. M-O-N-O. Mono. Mononoke. Should I just type in slow rug pull and it'll pop up that way? I hate to pick on Mononoke. If there's any developers watching, you're welcome to come on and talk on the show, but I don't know if they're docs or not. I feel like Mononoke is run by a kid or something. It's so odd, their lack of communication. Yeah, it's probably run by like a 14-year-old kid, and he's probably a multimillionaire by now. So yeah, it's up 6%. And the volume is 65,000, liquidity 67. Market cap is 9 million. So let's see if anyone's actually buying this right now, if there's any big players in here. Right, laugh out loud. Yep. That's what it is. It's a 14-year-old kid, and he's got probably $2 million or something because of Mononoke. Let's see. Well, people are able to sell, so maybe the price is being pumped up artificially so people can sell. I don't know. I mean, you really wonder about these releases. Sometimes you have to consider the source. So 7 ETH, 5, almost 6 ETH, 4, 3. There was a buy right here. 2.5 ETH. 2.3. I mean, these are, these are decent amounts. 2.1. I mean, it would be crazy. I mean, if there was an award in crypto for the comeback token of the year, if Mononoke comes back, they would win that award. They would be the comeback token of the year for sure. because, you know, if you look at what happened, I mean, this is typical, you know, so it launched, well, at least it's showing up on Dex Tools on September 29th. So we don't know the actual date, but let's just say it did launch on the 29th of September. You know, it was kind of flat. So that was kind of good. You know, it gave people a chance to get in that weren't in on a pre-sale. I wasn't in the pre-sale for this, and I don't even know if they had one, but, you know, it just took off. A lot of things took off around this time, right? Saitama and everything. Shiba Inu had a great October. And then it just started to crash. So the good projects, like I say, you know, they'll come back, you know, so they might not reach all-time high, but they might, you know, come back into here and then maybe just consolidate a little bit. But this just like flatlined. It could gain in traction, comeback award, right? Yep. For sure. Yep. If Mononoke comes back, then they're going to win the Comeback Crypto Award. I think I should start that award, the Comeback Crypto of the Year Award. So let's look at, like I said, you know, Piccolo Inu is an interesting one too. I mean, that's not far off from Mononoke. And then there's Zombie Inu. You know, I don't have that saved. I still have Zombie Inu too, but that's on Binance. But you know, Piccolo Inu kind of looks the same, right? This looks, I mean, it's hopeful for Piccolo Inu because they're being listed on Dojo Swap. So that's why, yeah, Saitama and Shibnobi. What do you think about Saitama and Shibnobi? I mean, I hold both of them. Should hold or sell Saitama? You know, I really can't tell you whether you should hold, you know, buy, sell, or hold any token or coin. But, you know, coming over, let's go back and look at Saitama. You know, Saitama just got listed over here on OKX. So that was the recent catalyst. But, you know, it's just kind of treading water right now. It's down 1%. It was up a little bit earlier. This is what's going on right now. So, you know, if you believe in the project long term, this might be a good time to get in. But, you know, I've talked about almost 100 videos, probably 90 some odd videos about Saitama on my channel, and built up a lot of subscribers from Saitama. But, you know, you got to be upfront about it. You know, they just overpromised a lot and underdelivered. If they ever can get SataMask to work, then, you know, that's really going to, I think, really drive the price. But with so many promises and just failed launches, it's kind of hard to say. Do I think it's going to go to zero? I mean, I don't think so. I would be interested to see when the liquidity becomes unlocked, if they're going to take that liquidity and then use that liquidity to create a version 2 contract, which is what I think they should do. So now Shibnobi, we were talking about earlier, in case you just joined us, and a bid, you know, just probably joined us, but Shibnobi is just running into the problem right now of, you know, just the missing tokens. And we talked about that. I don't completely understand it, but they did something that I think was, you know, I think Cliff and the team had good intentions. I think what they were trying to do was, you know, accelerate the burns with the dead wallet, make the reflections go into there. But it wound up doing something weird with the reflections on everybody else's tokens. So the intentions were good. They are going to try to remedy the situation. I know over here on Twitter, hit the Twitter button here, we can pull up Shinja. I mean, I believe in Saitama and Shinja long term. I just can't tell you whether or not you should buy it. This is not financial advice, right? Like everyone says. So Shibnobi. Yeah, there it is. So excited to have Piccolo Inu launching on Dojo Swap. Urgent update. Be advised, we have found the issue and solved the problem regarding missing tokens. So it had nothing to do with Ethereum. Assets are safe and remedy is being formulated now. Update to follow shortly. So, they modified the contract to do something with the dead wallet, and now they reversed it. They're talking about, Cliff was saying, raising the, the reflections, I guess, whatever it is now, 5% or whatever, they can raise it up. They're going to do something to compensate for all the missing tokens. And I think that what they can do is adjust the taxes so that the reflection rate is higher. Maybe they can put it at 8 or 9% and give people more reflections that are holding. Terrarium, I believe in long term too. And they just messed they just messed up the other day. Excuse me. They really did. They messed up with the announcement. They should have never said anything about Binance.us. And I think they were scammed. But, for whatever reason, whether they were trying to pump the price or whether, the issue was they were trying to hold Binance's feet to the fire by coming out with that announcement on Twitter so that they would go ahead and list it. I really don't know. I don't know them personally, but it was a bad move to announce it on Twitter, and that's what hurt Tera. But long term, if this thing becomes a centralized exchange, it's going to put a lot of money in a lot of people's pockets, those that have got in early. Like, I didn't get in on the pre-sale, but I got in right on launch. So I got in like on February 21st, like right in here. I was fortunate enough to get in. I wish I had found out about the pre-sale, but I did not find out about it. But I got in, right on launch. So we talked about Tera. We talked about the hack with Bored Ape. If you guys didn't see that, we talked a little bit about that. They're warning people not to mint NFTs after chat platform was hacked. Talked about Tera. We talked about Shibnobi. We talked about Saitama. We talked about Piccolo Inu. Tera is going to be a monster. Yeah, I agree. Tera has the potential to be a juggernaut, a monster, a juggernaut, whatever you want to call it. It's got a chance to really be a player in the space. There's always room for another exchange. And I'm not sure. It looks like they might be leaning towards the Indian market, to have an exchange, maybe, since the way they have it legally set up in India, that might be, their slant on it is to try to capture that market because, the India crypto market is a large one. So, that's a good thing. I think that, if you want to compare it to I think crypto.com has a chance to be the next Binance. I mean, they have their own token, obviously their own centralized exchange. It's a retail exchange, so I think it has a chance to be the next Binance. Could Tera be the next Binance? I'm not sure if I would go that far, but it definitely has a chance to be something special. Yeah, that would be huge. So yeah, but I do have, a good feeling about Tera long term. The only thing we talked about tonight that I don't have a good feeling about long term is Mononoke. But is Mononoke making this announcement because they're trying to pump the price? Maybe. Or maybe it's a legit thing. Maybe they really do have this partnership, or I guess this is the game thing right here. The crazy thing is, guys, and I don't want to put Mononoke on the spot, but you can get stuff like this made on Fiverr. That's just I'll retweet it for the heck of it. The reality is you can get these type of promotional type videos, the graphics, all these type of things. You can hire someone on Fiverr, or you can outsource it somewhere else, and they will make stuff like this. They can, they can make this look like a real game. This trailer right here. So you just don't know. A lot of stuff is just built on potential. A lot of these tokens are, you're really just buying in potential, almost like a startup company. as I was saying yesterday, my belief is that hype is a good and a bad thing. Hype makes people money, and it also causes another group of people to lose money. Because, if you get in early enough on a project, whether it's a pre-sale or on launch or early on, that hype can really just pump the price. And if you're, like I said, grounded enough, you don't get emotionally tied to something like I did get emotionally tied to Saitama. I wasn't as bad as Dr. Praveen. I didn't have $77 million, but, I would have liked to have taken some profits prior to the Vegas thing. But, you can pump up the price with hype and marketing, and you can take your profits, and it can be a big win for you. But at the same time, hype can get everybody kind of chasing that green candle. And if you buy in at the top, you can get wrecked. It can cause a lot of people to lose money. So it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, for real. Their first game footage I thought was junk. And I kind of felt that way about what's the one I'm thinking about? Wolverinu, right? I haven't looked at that in a long time. I still have Wolverinu too, and it's worth like, pretty much nothing. And I'm not trying to be, harsh on these projects, that I know that, everybody needs to eat. But, I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that something is great when it's not, because that's just not my style. So Wolverinu, they had, they had like a game trailer, and I was just looking at it. I was like, is this for real? Is this really what their game is going to look like? So, Wolverinu has a market cap of, 4.6 million. Let's look at their chart. It's the same thing. It looks kind of similar to Mononoke, right? It's the same thing. Everybody had this big run up in October going into November. Look, here's right here. Here's the Vegas event, right? I know we're looking at Wolverinu, but there was a lot of hype going on in October and November, right? I started my channel October 22nd. So I just caught in, with the channel right in the bull run. These projects are all the same. Yeah, they are. A lot of them are. I mean, let's come over and look at Wolverinu for fun. Let's see if they still have, it's funny, and they actually have something. If you look at some of, I don't know how to do it on the live stream, but if you look at some of my old videos, I used to have an intro, and then I put it in the end. So I don't remember what program it was that my the guy that helps me with the tech stuff, he used that program to make the Crypto Talk Now like spin. And somewhere in here, I saw it had like the same music and everything for Wolverinu. So they use the same program too, and I'm not like, I don't have millions of dollars being invested in my token. It's just me. We're making something for the channel. So they use the same, I don't remember what program it was, but it was just kind of funny because it was the exact same spinning thing with the music. And I was like, oh, wow, they used the same thing that we did. I can't find it on here right now. It was a long time ago. It was months ago. But I wish I could see their demo. Maybe this is it. Oh, okay. So the moment we've all been waiting for is here. Check out our play to earn NFT game trailer for Meta Brawl Universe. Okay, so this, looks pretty cool, but again, I'm trying not to be too critical, and I'm not trying to hurt any projects, but is this going to be a real project, or is this just, did they pay some money to make a really cool trailer? I just don't really know. I mean, it could be something where they're just not putting time and money into marketing and nobody knows about what's going on. So, you just don't know until they've actually come out with something. You don't know if this is just something clever to get people to buy or what, like, is this going to turn into a real game? And, I'm just skeptical. I'm skeptical of Wolverinu and Mononoke and You know, I guess I feel better about Piccolo Inu now that they're going to be listed on Dojo Swap, because that could be definitely a catalyst. Now, CVC is something that we didn't talk about today, but CVC I have a really good feeling about. I've seen Keith there, and he looks like a really hard worker. I'm not sure why the Dex score is down, but I thought it was like 97 earlier. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't pay too much attention to the score. But yeah, so the volume there the other day on launch, I mean, what was it, a couple of days ago? Like I got onto the pre-sale, it was like 10 or 11 million dollars. So that's pretty impressive. Liquidity is good, over $8 million in Uniswap. And the market cap is like 33 million. I think the first day it was around 32 million. So that hasn't really moved. But I feel good about CVC long term. And that's, you know, we've talked about that before. That's mainly because if you look at what's going on or what has gone on in the past, like with Saitama, CoinMarketCap just did not, they just refused to list them on the top 100. So if CVC can take some of these newer projects and accurately list them, it would be a huge thing. It would really help out a lot of projects. Let's see, CVC, CoinViewCap, right? So if you guys haven't seen it, this is for their token, right? This is the website for their token. But have you actually seen the website that's like CoinMarketCap, where they have all the cryptos listed? And I mentioned yesterday, you know, Hex is a project that I like. They have them sponsored up here because, you know, Hex was one where CoinMarketCap just would not put it above 200. And I think Hex has something like here it is, like $26 billion market cap, right? Hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, 26 billion. So why is that not in the top 100 on CoinMarketCap? I mean, the Hex is a prime example. So this is what it looks like. And you know, if they can do something, what they could do, CoinMarket or CoinViewCap, if they could do something that would be similar to Dex tools, maybe kind of be a hybrid. So be similar to, let's push the button here, similar to CoinMarketCap, and also have a feature on there where it was like Dex tools as well for the charting. That would be really cool, because, you know, Dex tools doesn't always work so well either. We need somebody to come in here and start telling me what to buy. Need somebody to start coming in here and shilling to me saying, you know what, buy this one, you know, whatever it is, something that I'm not into or I haven't heard about. But yeah, CVC, Tera, I think long term, you know, Saitama is going to be okay. I think they're going to be okay. And I think what the key to Saitama is getting into a version 2. You know, having that marketing wallet so that they can develop some liquidity. You know, when the liquidity unlocks, I think in May, they can take that money, create the new contract, and have something with a marketing or developer's wallet, and then also have a couple of percent going to liquidity. But take that liquidity and inject it into the new contract or for the new contract. There's Solana. Solana as well. I haven't looked at Solana in a while. I have a little bit of Solana, $135. That's good. And Cardano, you know, I kind of was down on Cardano, but I picked up some Cardano when it was like 80 some odd cents, maybe 82 or 83. So that's, you know, it's been on kind of a run. Cardano is one of those coins that everyone likes to make fun of because it just, during the bull run, it just didn't go anywhere. Like when things were doing good towards the end of last year, it was just stuck in the mud. So let's see what's in the top 200 on crypto bubbles. I'm trying to see if Saitama will pull up. And Dogely on Mars has been doing well in the last few days. It's up 22% on the week. What's this BSW? Never heard of that one. Biz swap. Yeah, I don't have any Bored Ape NFTs. I wish I did. I don't know if any of you out there have any. But yeah, I hope this Mononoke thing is real. Like I said, they would win the comeback crypto award of the year. Yep. Like 2 of your tweets. So guys, I think I'm going to hop off here soon. I thank you guys for tuning in. I think, as time goes on, we'll get more people to come in here. And as I get more comfortable with the technology, with the setup and everything, I'll start inviting some other YouTubers to come on. But right now I'm just trying to get my feet wet with the live shows. And, right now I don't have a set time. I'm trying to think about different times. So I've been thinking about different times, maybe like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then maybe either 6 at night or 8 at night, something like that. Or I could do like a late night show. So I'm still debating about what time slot is going to be the time slot for this channel. I might actually try, experimenting with different times just to see what I can pick up as far as viewership. So I might jump on more again tonight. We'll see how it goes, but I thank everybody for tuning in. I hope everyone has a good night or a good day, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll see you next time on the next video. Take care, everybody.